This house is haunted.
His power is beyond control.
We're the Dream Team. That's the nickname.
I'm pretty sure that's taken.
They're already dead.
You're gonna be deader. Well, it's about time.
Surprise.
Oh, good. And now he's conjuring up a ghost army. That's not fair.
Disney's Haunted Mansion.
So Haunted Mansion, fun movie, would you say?
Yeah, it certainly tries to be fun. Yeah.
Yeah. And Jared Leto, Hatbox. Did you see where they all did they like guest on the Haunted Mansion attraction for a short time?
I did not see that, but Jared brings it as usual. Like, I mean, his eccentric, over the top, committed performance. So yeah, in fact, he's kind of a bright spot in what they're trying to do.
Yeah, there's some talent on the movie, and let me tell you,
there's your girl. I mean, Danny DeVito is one of the stars, so of course they have Marilu Lou Henner and maybe Carol Kane at like doing little cameos at the beginning.
Really, man, that's good. That's a throwback to Taxi.
Well, exactly, right. Yeah. So
a lot of love.
Would love to have a Taxi reunion. I know you were a big Jeff Conaway guy, and so one of the friends of the show. So,
well, I miss Jeff Conaway. I saw Jeff Conaway in a very different light than I think the world saw him, because at the time when he was just before he died, there he is calling from the grave.
he wanted to stop you before you said the wrong thing, but
he would call all the time, by the way. And oddly enough, when you mentioned him, the phone would ring and he would usually be the guy. It was this strange touch of omnipotence. But the thing about Conaway that I loved is that the world didn't really see him as him. When he needed a paycheck and turned to things like Celebrity Fit Club or Celebrity Rehab, that came at a price that kind of put in the mind of the people at home who he was. Mm-hmm. And it wasn't really who he was. Does that make sense?
It does. As opposed to Nick Cage, who got away with like openly taking whatever's presented to him, and and it just adds to the legend.
Yeah. Although I will hold Renfield against Nick Cage, because a Universal product, I think, not to insult our home base, but that had all the potential in the world. And they even do a throwback to like the 1931 Dracula, and they still can't seem to deliver a movie. Anyway, so let's bounce back to Danny DeVito. Some people say in Haunted Mansion that Danny DeVito is just Danny DeVito, and that people couldn't even tell if he knew that the camera was even on. He was just Danny DeVito. Is that the case?
I felt he was I actually felt a little bit of the Penguin coming back. So, but I felt that it was that kind of performance. It definitely wasn't Always Sunny in Philadelphia, but it was well, nothing can be. But it probably had some of what Danny actually is, but he had the Penguin cackle came back. Yeah.
So DeVito is still with us, rocking it in the Haunted Mansion. Would you encourage people to see this?
There's quite a few things out right now to see. So I would certainly.
I said this specifically, but you're dodging the point. So no, that's a no from you, I'm guessing.
It depends what you're looking for. I mean, it's if you want to go out to a film that's trying to be fun, it's definitely trying to be fun.
This presents a challenge, though. Now, look, I actually shot a movie where they shot the original. They built the New Orleans Bayou for the Eddie Murphy version. And they didn't want to use the Disney Ranch because of all the particulars and rules, and the people who ran the Disney Ranch were pretty draconian. So Disney production, a heavyweight production, the original Haunted Mansion, didn't even want to shoot at the Disney Ranch, but they did do a great job at building this thing up. And it opens up some questions of like the story. You start with a haunted mansion, and where do you go? And that's a little bit more challenging than I think the average observer can appreciate. Like, where do you go with that? Well, you can go to a lot of places, obviously, and some good, mostly bad, and that's what we're dealing with.
On happier news, I've been to the Haunted Mansion at Disney with you.
Have we been there together?
Yeah. We hung out. We did a whole day thing at Disneyland once, and ate at the club, and then we were in New Orleans Square, or whatever it's called, where where the Haunted Mansion is, and I believe we went in there as well.
Did we go into Club 33 that trip?
Yeah,
we did.
Yeah.
Okay, now I'm remembering. Yeah, Club 33 is, it's an experience. I don't know if it's really. I think it's living off its reputation of keeping most of the public out, that it's there, but I don't necessarily. I've never walked out of Club 33 and been like, that was amazing. I've never done that.
I'll tell you what was the amazing was the company, but
well, of course.
Yeah,
well, Eric Mark, you get Eric Mark's time, man.
The company I got to enjoy is what I mean.
Oh, too kind.
So.
Your road to redemption is paved with tombstones. No quarter, kill all masters. Go to noquarterkillallmasters.com. Rated R.